Hello, beautiful. How are you doing, honey? Welcome back or welcome. Welcome back or welcome if this is your first time. Hey, I'm Lucky, and today we're going to be talking about the difference between small ones and big ones. But I want to try something really quick. I want to see if this makes a difference because I feel like, did that do anything? It didn't do nothing, I guess. But let me just see here. Does it do anything? It didn't do nothing. Can you see anything? Uh, I just feel like it's a little dark up here because of the roof being right here. But it's all good. We good. I'm just gonna take this thing off. But we're talking about small ones and big ones, small ones and big ones, small ones and big ones, honey. Lately I feel like we've been on a bit of a sex kick. I do not mind talking about sex. I would consider myself somewhat of an expert. Don't we all? Don't we all? Especially guys, and I might be gay, I might be feminine, I might be one of the girls on the inside, a queen in prison, but nevertheless, I'm still, a guy, gay or not, feminine or not. And I guess all guys think that they are just like experts at sex. But I would honestly argue that I'm pretty freaking good. I have been told a number of times, or it's been said behind my back, that I was like the best. It's like, let me stop. This is not this type of conversation. I ain't gonna sit up here and just talk a whole bunch of hot ass shit. But I am a people pleaser. I think that's what makes me pretty good. And I have definitely been around the neighborhood a couple of times, made a couple of laps around the neighborhood. So I have came across, and also I like people. So I've experienced a large variety of flavors. And you'd be surprised how I don't think that any race can be like stereotyped in the way that people do. It's like all black guys got big ones and all white guys got little ones, but that's just not true. It's definitely not true. It's definitely not true. And you'd be surprised on any guy. Like, you see the tiniest guy and they walking around with the biggest thing, and then you see the biggest guy and they walking around with the smallest thing, and vice versa. You see a tiny guy is tiny and a big guy is big. Like, that's my favorite, when you come across a big ass guy with a big ass stick, honey, ready to beat you across your face with it. It's like, huh, is there anything better? Anyway, but the difference, what brought on this conversation, is I've been peeping, honey, that y'all kind of like the sex talk. For one, y'all freaks, and then for two, I saw there's been a lot of chatter in a couple of those videos, like in the comments, just like asking about when I had went on and on about my love for the big ones, when I was just going in about how much I love the big ones. Okay, well, and this camera, it just went dark for a second. Hopefully you guys can still see me. But anyway, it just launched like this debate, I noticed, with small ones versus big ones, other people's experiences or feelings about the big ones or the small ones or something like that. So I thought, well, let me chime in and, let's really have a discussion about it. My experience, there's only one main thing that I guess I wanted to tackle. Well, it's one of each. One main thing on the small wee wee side, and one main thing on the big anaconda side. I guess it's for the same thing. Oh, this scared me. Every now and then the wind will blow, and the treetops, it's kind of wet. It's like dewy out here. It had rained earlier, and the treetops, when it get a good little breeze of wind, the water from the leaves, it'll hit on the car, and it kind of makes me nervous sometimes. I'm a little jumpy at times. Anyway, first of all, I guess we'll just start with the big stuff. We would just start with the good stuff. I have seen this comment not only in the recent video I had made, but just every time that since literally when I was reading my journal, the Prison Diaries, when I was reading that on here, and there'd be a couple of times I would mention it because of whatever it was that I was writing about, or maybe that I had, experienced that day or something like that, and then I would talk a little bit on it. I've seen people say this a lot. Either, well, some people just been rude and they just been like, you must got a loose booty, uh, slinging that thing back or throwing that thing back on these big ones or something like that. It's like, yeah, and you just must be a small little dick hater, because it's like, what the hell? Like, no, I don't. I don't. Trust me, I don't. Trust me, I don't. That's partly why I feel like it's like a match made in heaven, Like, trust me, the big ones love me, and my thing love the big ones. It's called getting a good stretch, is what that's called. And sometimes, almost all the time, a nice deep stretch always feels so good. And this ain't no different, honey. Anyway, that is, there's been times people, they just been like flat out rude. But then the other thing that happens, the other question that arises a lot, a couple times, it's not any one person that I'm talking about when I'm making these comments. It's a pattern I've seen, like, just throughout the years whenever this topic comes up. And I'll probably have to talk about this again, but I've never made a direct video discussing this, and lately I feel like this is kind of just like, the tone we in right now, and I'm all for it. It's really cool talking about sex and stuff. But the other comment, question that comes about is, do I experience any tearing? Kids, click off this video. No kids allowed. It's like, I'm kidding. I don't think that there's any kids that be watching me. YouTube don't even recommend me to no kids, I'm sure about it. But anyway, no. There have been times. So I just wanted to just like discuss. We talking about small ones versus big ones. Any ladies or any other like bottoms, gay bottoms that watch this channel or come across this video, or even masculine bottoms. Oh yeah, because I didn't say feminine. Yeah, gay bottoms, whether you're masculine or feminine. If you a bottom, a catcher, a receiver, whatever, wide receiver. I'm not a sports person, and I know like people who are sports people, like Cam, for example, my husband, he watch a lot of sports. They never even, I don't think that they ever think anything sexual when they talk about, oh yeah, so and so, they wide receiver or whatever. They think in sports. Me and my perverted mind, almost every time I hear that position, especially it's like, this is your position that you play. Wide receiver, I be thinking, my mind goes crazy. But anyway, especially these are gay terms, a pitcher, a catcher, a receiver. Anyway, a catcher, a receiver, a bottom. You tell me if your experience has been similar to mine. I am not saying that this is every person. I'm just speaking from my experience. This is my experience of small ones versus big ones. I should have made that clear in the beginning, at the start of this video. Big ones don't, I've never experienced a tear or bleeding. God, I can't even believe that we're discussing this while talking about, well, I guess it is part of sex, but I have not. I have not. I wouldn't really like, I don't think, big ones if every time I was doing it, oh my gosh, it hurt the next time I have to use the bathroom or wipe myself, or something like that with like a baby wipe, or even wash myself or something, and it's like raw or tender or something like that. Like, oh, I'd have a problem. That would be a serious problem. That it has happened to me. I want to say probably 3 different times, but for some reason I'm only remembering two like times that I'm actually thinking to myself when I remember like afterwards. wiping myself or cleaning myself, showering or something like that, and it wouldn't be bleeding, but it definitely would be like pink, like the tissue or the baby wipe or something like that would be like pink. And there's a school bus pulling up in here. Like, if that's not the craziest thing, a school bus is pulling up where I'm at and they park in. But I'm gonna keep. I wonder if they're about to unload a bunch of kids. Damn, I feel like God is trying to tell me not to record this video because this is the most bizarre thing. Oh no, they were turning around. That was the most wildest thing. I started to flip this around so you could have seen, but part of why this camera keeps cutting off is because the battery is dying. So I have it hooked to the charger, and the charger's a little flimsy. So I'm like scared to really like touch this thing at all. You know, like touch it at all. Like, you know. Anyway, that was quite a distraction. So back to what the hell was I even saying? Sorry about that. That was really bizarre. They were just turning it around. But anyway, there's only 2 times that are actually like coming to my mind, like my memory, but I feel like there's like 3 times that has happened where like the tissue or the baby wipe or whatever, not a washcloth, because in the shower it would just wash away. So who knows, maybe there have been times with big ones, but you know, after showering or something like that, it's like I didn't even notice or something. I don't know, but I don't think so, because usually I do feel something. Like there does feel like I'm very connected to my body, like just the way that I feel physically and internally, like emotionally and stuff. Like I I just have good I just have like a good connection to myself, you know. I think it's important. I do. I think that that's where, you know, people can have problems, or where people can have like you know, strength. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you got to be in tune with the house you in, and the first house you in is this one, you know, this one, you know. But anyway, so I don't know, even times like when there those times where it did tear, I kind of felt like something. I just felt something anyway. But it was with the small ones. It was with the small ones. Big ones, the reason why I think that it has never happened with a big one is because people who have something lethal, they working with something that should be like regulated, or like, you know, like almost criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew, they know that they got something good. They know that they got something supersized. They know that they got something that needs a little adjusting to. You know what I mean? Like, so they tend to go in slower, you know, most of the time. Like, I would think that unless you probably have been sleeping with this same person multiple times, and your body has like adjusted to them, then yeah, things can be different. Because even like Cam, for example, always there was like an adjustment period, but there were times, especially during those days, where it was like twice in the same day, or, you know, the couple times where it was like 3 times, you know. But yeah, it was different. Like, it was like, you know, I was ready. He could tell I'm ready. Like, my body is just, you know, like, come on in, you know. And it's like, it was just like good to go. But even then, it's like there's still like I'd have to relax. You know, and it's big, it's just big, you know. But people who are a certain size, they can feel, especially if you've had sex, you know, you can feel it only takes one time. Like, even if you're not really all that experienced, it only takes but one time to feel the difference between relaxed and conformed to you versus trying to get in. Trying to get in. Like how they'd be like, oh, just the tip in, slip the tip in and you good, or something like that. Which that's not true really all the time for big ones. It's like you gotta inch them in. You gotta like, you know, like, oh my goodness. Man, it's been so long, you guys. It's just been so long. Like, damn. This is like the longest time. I feel like I'm like about to break out in hives or like start sweating just from this conversation. Like I'm like, oh gosh, like I'm feeling like a rush. Like it's been like a long time. It's been so long. It sucks. Like damn. I be joking with Cam sometimes. I'm like, I hope that I'll still be any good. Like shit. It's been a really long time. This is the longest that it's been for me since I was a child. Since like literally like 15 years old, like legit. Damn, that is a long time ago. That is almost like that is well over a decade ago. Okay, we'll just say it like that. That is over a decade ago. Like over 10 years that I have just been regularly getting busy, regularly active, just on a healthy basis, I would say. It was in hyperdrive in the cell with Cam. I've never been that active in my life. And damn, do I miss it. I'm telling you. We used to joke. We thought that we were sex addicts. Like, I'm saying he actually used to say me. But that is some bullshit because it takes two people to do it. Hello. I can't be hopping up and down on nothing, or something soft. Like, it takes two people, to do it. So, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Like, I'm a sex addict. Like, your ass is crazy about it too, so stop. But anyway, yeah, that I just got all. I'm just flustered. I'm sorry. I'm just flustered. It's just been a minute, y'all. But damn, you need. They know what they are working with. So, oh my gosh, like my face is getting hot. I hope I'm not about to have a stroke. I'm about to have a heart attack talking about this. That is just so sad. Let me roll down these windows so I can get some fresh air. Like, whew, it's hot. It's hot. I can't breathe. It's like it's stuffy up in here. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. We're going to have to change these topics. I don't know if I can keep talking about this. Like, usually I'm good, but my gosh, I can't be talking about these big ones. I'm telling you, I can't be talking about these big ones. Like, I really, it's almost like a problem. Like, it's like crack for me. Like, it's like heroin, and that's what I mean. Cam was just right for me, just made for me. Like, I'm telling you, that man, he is my match. I'm telling you, 3 years later, I'm still so dickmatized, so dick whipped. Like, I done married this man. Like, but okay, as I was saying, they know what they're working with, so they're able to move accordingly. The small ones, yeah, let's get talking about the small ones. Like, we done talking about big ones. We ain't talking about big ones no more, okay? That part of the conversation is closed. It's done. The small ones, they tend to overcompensate for their size. I have noticed, my personal experience, as I have said, any ladies out there, any bottoms out there, you let me know if you agree. Hell, even the guys, just, tops or whatever, some straight guys I know watch, like, I don't know if you would want to watch this video, but, if you're just being nosy or something like that, curious or whatever, you tell me if you do this. Like, seriously. I'm not saying that big ones don't have sex at a rapid speed too, but it's not instant. It's not immediately. It is worked into it. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam, oh my gosh, we ain't gonna talk about it. We are not gonna talk about it. But big ones definitely go fast too. But you work up to that is what I'm trying to say. You have to, like, your muscles have to relax. That's just what it is. Your muscles have to relax, and either, when you're sleeping with a guy that is really good, like, because all guys think that they're just so good at it, but it's so easy to just stick your thing into something and just go back and forth. That is a really easy, like, thing to do. Okay, I thought it was about to shut off again for a second. I'm like, damn. But that's a really easy thing to do. The difference in quality in guys, at least for me, like that I've noticed where I felt like I just had sex with somebody that was really good versus somebody that's like, I was the one that was good, is they paying attention to your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, typically, it's on the person who is receiving the other person to, like, regulate, like, control your muscles, relax your muscles, to relax your muscles. It's on you to kind of like tell them, stop, or I'm good, uh, maybe push back on them or push forward if you're a woman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on you to kind of guide them at the start of this with your body movements. You know what I'm saying? A good top, like somebody who they are actually good at sex, they are responding to your body. Like, they're paying attention to your body. Like, they're trying to feel you out on the inside and the outside. You know what I'm saying? And those are the ones that are really good, because they don't need actually you to really tell them. They're able to read your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is actually a really good. Those are the guys that is like, they're really good, seriously, because they're responding to you, rather than to themselves. It of course feels good for them. That's why most guys are selfish and not all that great in bed. Like, they think that they are, but they're not. Like, that's why they're not, because they feel good, and they just think that you obviously feel good too, because they're going into you. And yeah, it does feel good, but it's like, but it's work taking somebody in. It's work, actually. That's why there be women that, not tonight, I don't feel like it. Like, it's work to take somebody in. Like, I mean, it's easy for somebody to just go in. But anyway, a small person overcompensates for their size. In my experience, this has happened, not every time, because I don't really, you know but so I can't speak for all small dudes, but the times that I did, um it was kind of the same. They are very big on the the they are huge on that, and really it'd be going fast. They'd be like what Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City, jackrabbit sex, the pow 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 pow. Those are the 2 times, maybe 3 times that, yeah, afterwards I had experienced a little redness from somebody like this, or maybe like this, like, yeah, perhaps like this, like, because for me this is like tolerable. It's like, okay, all right, well, good enough, let's do this. But the smallest, there was 2 guys that I've been with that they really honestly were like this. Oh damn, the most frustrating times in my life, those have probably been the most aggravating times in my life. When I had sex with somebody like this, like, oh my god, I'm writing it. It's like, you might as well just bend over for me, and let's just, or let's just call it a day, because it's like, this is a waste of my time. This is a waste of my time, and I have to, like, then pretend like I'm feeling something. Like, it's like, get the hell off me and let's go home. You know what I mean? Like, let's just go home. Like, oh, I really hate, and I don't know if this makes me sound so shallow. I don't know, but I just can't. It really, honestly, like, pisses me off. Because sex is supposed to be enjoyable. Like, it's supposed to be a pleasuring experience. Or if you're a woman, trying to reproduce or something like that. Like, there's, like, intention behind it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not fun, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing it? If it's not fun and there's no purpose behind it, such as having kids, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I'm going home. Try again tomorrow. Somebody else. Like, shit. Like, oh gosh, those have been some of the most frustrating moments in my life. I'm serious. But anyway, that's when I've bled. So there you have it. Before this camera shuts off again, let me shut the hell up and let's get off here. That's the difference between the small ones and the big ones. And in that regard, in terms of like the bleeding and stuff. Oh wait, I said that there was 2 things. But this camera, between the camera, the bus, my mouth, it's like I didn't forgot the second one. Because I remember that's a big question that people have asked a lot about. No, I answered both of them. Yeah, it was about the tearing, and I thought that there was another one, but I can't remember, so we're just gonna cut it. But hey, maybe we'll revisit this topic again. You know, leave some comments. Let's see if there's something else that we should be talking about. Because that just seems to be like a popular part, a popular, like, you know, point that people tend to like ask or talk about or comment on, like have a comment to say. So hey, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that this was a little bit different than other ones because the camera kept shutting off, the bus then came. I really wish I had it like turned it around so you had seen it. It was like a regular big school bus. For a second I was thinking like they having a field day or something. Is a bunch of kids about to come out. Well, I'm sitting here talking about penises. But luckily she was just turning around. Okay. Have a great day, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.